Before you put your home on the market, the decisions you make in the early stages will determine everything: your time on the market, your level of stress, and ultimately your final sale price. Now, most homeowners don't know that there are 10 foundational considerations that can dramatically strengthen your results. And they can be the difference between getting by and getting the ultimate result you want. Today, I'll walk you through each one in a way that's clear, precise, and easy to apply. So whether you're in Saanich, Greater Victoria, or wherever you are, I think you'll find them helpful. I'm Gina Wakeham with eXp Realty and the Wakeham Davies Group, and I help buyers and sellers in both Saanich and the Greater Victoria area achieve a successful, stress-free transaction through strategy, education, and marketing. If you or someone you know is considering downsizing, resizing, or just selling or buying, and they need help or you need help, please feel free to reach out to me. My details are in the description box below. Now, let's jump into these 10 considerations. Number 1, timing your sale strategically. Now, there's going to be certain things you want to take into consideration: absorption rates, seasonality, and competing inventory. But the thing I think you should consider the most is what time is the best time for you. If you're in a certain situation, perhaps you're retiring and you want to go off to Spain, or your job has changed, or you're getting divorced, or someone has passed away, or maybe you're expanding your family. Some timing that is maybe stronger in the market point of view just might not work for you. So as you set out in your journey, have the conversation with your agent early in the process and discuss what your options are. Number 2, pricing with precision. You need to get the pricing right. If you overprice, you're just going to create a lot more stress and, trouble for yourself than is needed, because those first few days are important. So you need to look at comparable sales. You need to look at active competition and really the market velocity. You want to avoid testing a high price, because that can just throw everything off right from the start. I've had many clients who are like, well, we'll just try for this. And I used to be willing to do the work for that because I just love my job so much. But in the end, it's not the right way to go. It's just going to destroy your momentum from day one, because then you're just going to be chasing the market. So pricing with precision, definitely one of your considerations. Number 3 is understanding the buyer's psychology. Now, buyers are changing. We have so much information that's available to us at our fingertips. And those buyers today, maybe different generation than you are, they are on that phone and they are on their device and they are scrolling and they are deciding faster or as fast as they can scroll. So they see a picture, they read a little blurb, they might see a post, and they're often in or out. They have to decide, yep, I want to see it, or no, I don't, and then pass, swish. What is it they say with the other? Swipe. Don't swipe though. They go this way. So they want to move into a move-in ready home. They love energy efficient homes. They probably want low maintenance homes and well-maintained homes. So we're going to talk about deferred maintenance and the issues that can cause later on. But you want to position your property to satisfy their expectations, not yours. Now, preparing the home properly. You're only going to get one chance to put your best foot forward. So you want to be looking at repairs, flooring. My favorites are painting and lighting, and possibly some yard work, because curb appeal is a big factor. Drive up and if it looks like, just a dumpster station out there because you've got boxes and garbage and bins and recreational items, all stack up out there, they're going to be put off before they even walk in the door. So start with the outside, move to the inside. Walk through your house from the curbside like you're a buyer. Look at the roof, look at the outside, look at the plants, look at the garbage, and then walk in and, how does it smell? How does it feel? How is the lighting? Is it dark? Are there stains on the carpet? So yeah, you want to prepare your home properly. You only get one foot forward. And I like to say, presentation determines perception, and perception determines price. Number 5 is the home condition versus market expectations. So you need to know where your home stands in the current market. If your home doesn't match what buyers expect when they walk into the door, you either have to adjust your price or the condition. Buyers are super savvy, especially younger buyers. They're looking at everything. They're using every app possible. They are gaining a lot of information, and they will have an idea when they walk into your home what they feel the price of that home should be. And they should also know that because their agent should be educating them. Their agent should be doing the background work. If I take a buyer out and I show a property, I've gone to look at the comps in the area. I've gone to look at the sales history of the house. I've gone to see if it's been upgraded, or if there's been any cosmetic changes since that particular owner has had it. So be prepared, because your condition, it's got to match. It's got to match the market expectations. It does. Then 6 would be marketing that reaches the right buyers. Now, there's 2 things here. You need the right marketing. So you need professional photography. You need floor plans. You might need 3D or drone video. So, it's not good enough now to just slap up a floor plan and put up some pictures that were taken on your cell phone. When I look at a listing and a seller has chosen an agent that uses their cell phone, and you can tell because they end up being these little crappy horizontal shots on the MLS, I'm beside myself. This is your biggest investment in your life. And someone came along and who's offering a lower commission. Well, guess what? They're not paying professional photography. And at some point, I'll try to do a video that shows you the difference between the two, because I have clients, I actually helped them buy a house, and then they called me one day and they said, Gina, we're having a problem selling our house. I'm like, what? And they had decided they were going to try to sell it by owner, and it wasn't working. They weren't getting anything. And I explained many of the reasons why that can just be an issue. And so we decided that, yes, I would list the property. And when I went online to look at the pictures that they had used, I was like, who took your pictures? Like, was that Big Bird? Was someone on a ladder? Because all the pictures were taken like way up here and everything looked down, and you couldn't get any dimensions of anything. And they were dark. They were horrible. It's no wonder for the price that they're asking that they did not get more of a response. That's one of the reasons. So don't do that. Please don't do that. So not only do you want the professional photos and floor plans, etc., but you want really good social media distribution, targeted digital ads if appropriate. So don't be just covering one social media kind of avenue. You should be hitting a variety of them. And like, for example, with EXP Luxury, my clients get their property also listed internationally on things like the Robb Report and the Globe and Mail. And there's, 14, 19 different publications online. And that's on top or in addition to the international publications. Number 7, understanding the value of your first 3 to 10 days. You get one shot at this. And what's going to happen is, buyers are going to have their agent have set up like a portal, a custom search for them. And when your home comes on the market and someone's looking for 3-bedroom, 3-bathroom home in Xville and under $900,000, and it matches your home, boom, it's going to get emailed to the buyer. And that buyer is usually, spoken to their lender, met with their agent, been watching the market. So you get one chance at doing it right. So you want to make sure that as you roll out the listing, make sure your agent has uploaded all the correct supplements, that nothing's missing. Make sure that all the pictures are there. I go bananas when I see a new listing and there's no photos and the agent goes, oh, the photos will be here in 2 days. Maybe there's some timeline, that they're really under pressure to follow, but it's not a good way to do it. Don't do it. Best foot forward always. Number 8 is navigating showings and accessibility. Once your home goes on the market, you need to make sure that it is easy for agents and buyers to get in. So if they call and they want Friday night at 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock and you really want to be home watching the hockey game, go find a friend, go find a restaurant. You need to make it very easy for these people to gain access to your house that is cleaned, staged, presented well, and stays that way the whole time. We're not just going to, get it right the first day and the countertops are clean and the kids' toys are put away. This is going to be an ongoing thing every day until that home sells. So make sure the agents can get in. The house is always on its, best foot forward, that it's really prepared to be presented no matter what time. I mean, maybe you get 1 hour notice. I mean, you can't say no, but again, you don't want to lose that buyer. They'll move on. And please, please, sellers, I know it's your home and it's your possessions and you know it better than anyone and could probably, do a great job passing on that information, but do not be at home. Do not be at home for open houses and do not be at home for showings. Buyers hate it. It's an invasion of their privacy. They don't want the seller there. It's like, what, your agent can't do this? Like, what's going on here? Do not do it. Do not stay at home. And if you feel like you have possessions that, you're worried about, okay, fine. You can put in security cameras in the rooms and put up a note. Please let the buyers know that you are filming them. You need to let them know, but just don't be home. Number 9 in our list of considerations is evaluating offers beyond the price. You might get one offer or even multiple offers, and there's other things to consider. The possession date, the deposit they're willing to pay. Have your agent maybe have a discussion with the buyer's agent to talk about their financing, where they are, how secure they are. Do they have a letter from the lender? Take a look at the subjects that are listed and what those subject removal dates are, and if there's other buyer contingencies. So in those days and times where there were so many multiple offers, there would often be a buyer that would have their price higher than another buyer. But of course, that buyer, especially during those times, had no subjects. And so, maybe you have better possession dates. Maybe that seller wants that house, the turnover, the sale to be in a month, not 3 months. If your buyer is confident enough, then have them reach out to the seller's agent, because they can have a conversation. Is there anything particular that's important to your seller here? Is there particular possession time that might work for them, etc. So just know that sometimes you need to evaluate the offer beyond the price. Is it worth $10,000 to pick that offer that is going to have so much more stress related to it? Because they're going to do this and they're going to do that and it's going to take them longer and yada, yada. You got my point. Number 10, planning your next move. Sellers often don't put enough importance or underestimate the complexity of this portion of their sale and moving forward. So, once you're considering selling, what are you going to do next? Do you need to buy? Can you rent? Are you going to pack your stuff and go off to Spain for 3 months and figure it out when you get back? Can you move in with family? You need to have a clear plan because A, it'll reduce your stress, and B, because when it comes time to negotiating either your sale or if you are in fact purchasing another property, you need to know which path you're taking, because as the seller and a buyer, if you're buying and selling at the same time, each side presents an opportunity for having a subject to the sale of a home or the purchase of a home. So make sure you have a plan in place. You don't have to have the perfect home to purchase right away if you're selling, but just know that, okay, I'm selling and I need to buy and we need to figure out how we're going to make this work. Or, oh, it's pretty easy. I'm just going to sell my house and I can go rent my retiree friend's basement suite. You have options. Know your options. So in different videos, these 10 steps can be further broken down, but I hope you found these first 10 fundamental considerations to be helpful. And I encourage you to check out the description box below, because I'll put a link there for the guide associated with today's video, just to help sellers through the process. If you're still watching, I hope you'll give this video a like and subscribe so you get notified when new videos become available. I'm Gina Wakeham, a real estate agent here in Saanich in the Greater Victoria area with the Wakeham Davies Group. I help buyers and sellers, and I hope I can help you too, no matter where you are. Thanks, and have a great day.